Okay guys, here we are for round 7. We're going to be on the play. This hand looks just fine. And let's take a look and see what our opponent's playing. Oh, he looks like he's playing Naya? Possibly Naya Pod? Okay. So here we can go ahead and drop Puresteel or Gather, and then the thing is, I think we want to really stop the turn for Huntmaster. We could just cut him on mana at this point, but I think bashing in a little bit of pressure is a little bit better, possibly. So I think we're going to go ahead and, well, let's drop Puresteel here, just because that way we'll get the extra draw off the Mortar Pod. Be a little bit less damage, but a little bit more mana, a little bit more card draw. So I guess he's going to go for Blade Splicer here. And if he drops Splicer, I guess he's just going for Pilgrim. But we definitely want to be able to have the Mortar Pod up, ready for Splicer. Okay, so he's very, very heavy on the 1-drops here. We definitely want to go ahead and drop Mortar Pod at this point. I mean, I think that, oh, let's see, he's going to have 5 mana going to next turn. Taking out one of his mana sources isn't going to change a whole lot. We'll still be able to drop Huntmaster. I think instead we just go ahead and maybe drop Blade Splicer here. I mean, that way we get a little bit more action. Keep bashing, and a little bit more. A little bit better with our mana at this point. Then like if we draw a land, like next year we can go like Gather into Mortar Pod and just get him. And this way he can't quite blow us out with Bonfire, unless he miracles it. So now we really hope to draw a land so we can Mortar Pod and take out the Huntmaster. Fortunately not the right kind of land. Well, we can Mortar Pod to see what we draw. Otherwise, we could just Gather to make sure our champion stays around. Gather is kind of a safe play here, just because it does ensure that champion will live from Huntmaster. So if we don't draw the land, it's just a lot worse. I mean, he does take out our Puresteel, but I don't think that Puresteel is really, the total game plan at this point. I think we just drop Gather here instead, and then drop the land and have the Mortar Pod. gather back up for next turn. This way we also don't get blown out by bonfire as much. Alright, so now we can go ahead and bash with champion and golem. Like, he swings back, but I think we're fine with that. So, like, okay, if he doesn't play any spells here, then he just uses Huntmaster to take out Golem. Or probably Puresteel. We could double block the Strangleroot Geist, take it out. But then I kind of like just racing here. I mean, he's at 12. His play is pretty much use Huntmaster to take out Puresteel. So we take 7, go to 13. He's got a 4/4. And then we bash in with everybody. He eats the Golem, and he takes like 8. Goes to 4. Swings back. Not sure if we want to trade here for the Strangleroot. It's close. I think we actually don't. I think we, well, so we trade, we go to 18, push 2S damage. He's going to be gaining life and killing our guys, but I think there's more to gain from not blocking here, actually. It's definitely close. So there goes Puresteel. War and Peace. Okay. I think at this point we just gather into Mortar Pod, take out a blocker, actually use Mortar Pod to finesse with Golem, and bash in. I think that's the plan. I mean, I guess you can like eat a human token, but I think we just attack with these two actually. Yeah. And I guess by doing so, we do flip him back to making a wolf token, which is maybe not the right play there. What we probably should have done, well, it's close. Alright, there's Angel. So I guess it didn't actually matter anyways with Angel. So I guess now he comes in with Angel and a couple wolves. Hopefully it does not have Bonfire. Bonfire would be very, very rough right now. probably take out... Oh, could take out birds, but I mean, Pilgrim could also potentially be a problem. At this point, we definitely trade for Wolf. And he's tapped out. I think just in case to be safe, we want to make sure that we... In case he's got like the gut shot. Just want to make sure if he goes down. Alright. So I guess Acidic Slime is going to block Champion. There's no way around that. So we keep Champion back. I think the play is we put Sword on the Golem and bash in. So now he edicts the Blade Splicer, we lose first strike, we go to 5. We're kind of under the gun. Silverheart is rough times, so we go to 3. Yeah, I guess we go to 3. What are our outs? Mortar Pot is not one of them. Yeah, unfortunately that is game. Alright, so against Naya, what do we bring in? We saw a lot of 1-drops, so I think that Gutshot is probably pretty good. Bring in Oblivion Ring. We may consider Nevermore for Wolfir Silverheart. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Bringing in Purge. Not as much direct damage, so I'm not sure if we need Life Staff. Bring in Cage. Probably Feasting Famine. What do we cut? Gather is definitely not nearly as strong against this deck. Splicer, Sword, everything else here looks good. Mortar probably want. Probably don't need 4 colors. So he's probably going to try to break up our combo anyways. So that brings us down to 58. So here I think we're going to do a split. I think we're going to want probably 1 sword and a gut shot. We could potentially like cut a land to be a little bit more threat heavy, but I think this is fine. We don't want to have too many 3 and 4 drops to just get clogged. Might actually be better to do a 2 and 2 split on the swords. Like one of the swords gets us through Angel, but he does have a lot of green creatures. I think I'm actually going to do a 2 and 2 split. Can't keep that hand. This hand looks much better. So hopefully we can get some sort of live 3-drop or potentially 2-drop. Probably be holding Oblivion Ring for either Silverheart or potentially Huntmaster. Alright. So there's Angel, okay. So I guess we just either O-ring his Angel, or if he plays Silverheart, we O-ring that. And then hopefully can get in with Hero. There's Silverheart, or Geist Honored Monk. Either way, it's bad. Yuck. Okay. So we need to remove Geist Honored Monk, and then bring in Collar, and I guess... Okay, so we equip Collar here. Question is, do we bash? I think we do, actually. Because, I mean, we can trade Hero for 3 guys and get a creature out of it. I think that's a fine plan. If we just sit here, we're just going to die to air damage anyways, so it's worth it to get in. And I guess he wants to race. So he probably has the O-ring. Well, not sure what he's got. Arc Trail, that works. That also works. So now we trade Spirit for Spirit, I think. Yeah. Slow down the damage. So at this point, what is the play? We could drop Trinket Mage, pick up Cage, I guess? No. I think it's much better actually to... We O-ring his Restoration Angel, we take 3, go to 6. Assuming he doesn't have action. I think we just sit on Restoration Angel. Well, we could just drop Trinket Mage and then trade Trinket Mage for Borderland Ranger. That's actually not terrible. But I think Restoration Angel is a little bit better. Because we're not going to get extra value here, we just need to stop the damage. And then if we draw another land, we can go Trinket Mage into Oblivion Ring. I like that. Alright, so now we edict his Borderland Ranger. Take 4, go to 5. Alright. I think at this point we really have to Oblivion Ring his Angel here. Problem is if he has Angel backup, we are so done. Ugh. I don't think we have a choice though. Otherwise we champion into Trinket Mage and slowly die, or very quickly die. I think we have to do it. And he's got it, he's got it. Alright. Definitely need some action here, so I guess we can go ahead, use Trinket Mage to pick up. I think we just need to get more value at this point. I mean, if he has Strangleroot-Geist, we're really in trouble. Or Pod. We probably have to get Cage. So I think we pick up Cage, and then drop Mortar Pod, and then with his Golem, take out the Spirit, or the Blade Splicer in response. The question is, do we drop Cage or do we drop Mortar Pod? I think we kind of need to drop Mortar Pod just to stay alive. So if he has like Pod this turn, he just gets us. Well, we can kill it in response, I suppose. Question is, do we go to 2? He has Arc Trail. Don't think we can go to 2 safely, because if he has Arc Trail, he just gets us. I think we have to kill that. Alright. So at this point, we can use Trinket Mage to take out Splicer, make a token in the air, and start bashing. I think we just sit and whiff his Golem on the attack and then get the Blade Splicer. Yuck. luckily we can respond. So now we have to trade. We could chump here. Is it worth trading or chumping? If we get more out of trading, we need to try to trade. So I think we just chump. Because if we don't draw a creature next turn, we just, well, we don't just lose. Although I think that it's better to chump here. Well, we definitely attack, because if he has Restoration Angel, we lose anyways. Alright, so he's going to sneak by the 1 point. That's fine. Gets us to 2 if he has the Arc Trail. It's over. Yuck. That's rough. That's rough. Okay. I guess we respond and shoot him for 1. Ugh, yuck. Okay. So now we just drop Puresteel, and then we equip the Mortar Pod onto the Spirit with the Golem. Oof. We could also just double block the Golem and go to 1. I mean, since being at 1 is basically the same as being at 2 against Arc Trail. Alright, so at this point we gotta decide if it's worth trading. I think at this point we need to trade. Yeah. So otherwise that Golem's just going to kill us. So we go to 1, keep a Spirit token. And we can stabilize, hopefully. Alright. definitely needed that. I mean, we can double strike here. It may not even be worth double striking at this point. Well, I guess it might be. Hit him for 2, and then... I mean, we're dead to Arc Trail anyways. We need to be aggressive here. Like, if he has... Let's see, I guess if he drew Restoration Angel, it's over. Let's see. So if he drew Restoration Angel, then he makes it in a turn and attacks and we die. Otherwise, if we sit, we don't die. He's probably playing 4. We've seen 20 cards of his deck. He's already used 1. It's a good chance he might have it. We start bashing in for 2, 4. Probably if he draws another Arc Trail, we just die also. Ugh. I think we need to be aggressive here. Because we could easily just be top deck to death. So I think we need to go for it. If he has the Restoration Angel, it's over. Yuck. That's disgusting. And that's gonna be game. Whew, well, we will see you in round 8.